Will artists use artificial intelligence in the future? Maybe. Let's talk about it today. My name is Rob Guillory. I'm a comic book creator, and the purpose of my channel is to encourage, inspire, and I hope give insight into the strange world of comics. Let's get into it. Hey folks, welcome back for another episode. As always, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. So this week I want to build a bit on my episode from last week. Last week I did an episode about artificial intelligence and how we as creators could basically cope with this new technology that isn't going anywhere. This week I want to ask a question that builds on that I think will probably be infuriating to some creators. But let me lead with a caveat, with a disclaimer. I'm not for generative AI in any way, shape, or form. I think it's massively unethical. I think it's basically theft. Anytime you're taking the work of millions of people who did not consent to it, you're taking their artwork and feeding it into a machine to train that machine. I think that's ill-gotten gain at that point. It should be illegal. That said, the AI isn't going anywhere. So the question is this: is there ever a time, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 15, 20 years from now, where AI becomes like Photoshop? It becomes another tool in our toolbox that we use to do our craft. And right off the bat, me asking that question, like I said, it's going to infuriate some people because people are very emotional in terms of this AI technology. But the reality is, like I said, it's not going anywhere. And I think there probably are some practical, ethical uses of this technology. Not the generative stuff, but I think specifically in the realm of admin, I think there's some helpful stuff there. So let's dig right into it. First off, I think in the area of search engines, I absolutely think that AI is going to play a massive role moving forward. I think it already is. I actually used ChatGPT relatively recently to ask a specific business question regarding LLCs and types of businesses. And to my surprise, the answer it gave me was very, very helpful. It went in and basically compiled all this data. It saved me a bunch of time, gave me a very succinct answer, gave me some options. And I could see that being immensely valuable for a creative who is researching, looking stuff up. It's going to help. So I think, yes, in the realm of search engines, I think it's going to be a massive part of an artist's toolbox moving forward in that arena. Also in the arena of email and email automation, I could see this being a massive, massive tool. I don't like emails. I don't really know anyone that does. And creative specifically, we want to just be making stuff. We don't want to spend a lot of time in inbox flipping through emails. So I think if there is some level of automation in that area to help me to be aware of what's in my inbox, to know of the timetables and all that stuff, to kind of basically lessen my time there, condense it, I think it'll be massively helpful. And it's already kind of starting. I know several email apps already have AI in it. I use Spark. Spark just brought in AI. I haven't used it yet, but it looks like it's mostly just kind of helping you to pick the right words to make the email have the right tone. I don't really need that. But if there is a way to automate emails to some degree, yeah, I think it's going to be massively helpful, and a lot of creators would love it. Also in the area of schedules and project management, I could see AI playing a massive role. A lot of creators are very good at their craft, but they're not great organizationally or administratively. So I think AI is going to be a big part of that. I actually used an app called Motion last year that was fairly helpful. It basically, the way it worked is you basically plugged in your tasks and about the approximate time it would take to get those tasks done. And the AI would then take it, plug it into a schedule in a way that made sense. It wasn't all that helpful to me, but it's an interesting idea. So I think for a lot of creators who are overworked and they're not the best at organizing their time, I could see AI playing a massive role in creators going forward and helping them to kind of streamline the process and let them spend more time actually making the art they want to make. So fingers crossed on that. But the reality is, and this is a sad reality, is that there will be a lot of people, creators even, that use AI unethically. They're going to use it to do things, to basically make art and then build their art on top of it. That's already starting to happen. So I think specifically certain jobs, the jobs that are going to be in danger the most, I think in comics will be the jobs that we tend to value the least, and mostly the production stuff. Probably flatters, the folks that are basically laying down the flat colors of a comic. I could see them really taking a hit on this one because a lot of comic creators, if they could just plug in black and white original art into a program and have it fill in the flats, a lot of people would do that and save their money. So I think flatters will probably take a hit. I could see letterers, potentially colorists taking a hit on that. But yeah, so I think that's a sad reality. It's not something I endorse. I have had flatters I've used over the years. I have a guy I'm using right now, I've used for several years. I like supporting actual people. I like giving my money to a person to help them to live and to do their craft to earn a living. I like that kind of stuff. But the reality is a lot of people won't, and people will lean to doing that sort of thing. That's a sad fact. So yeah, in closing, I think that there absolutely are some practical, ethical uses of artificial intelligence moving forward. I think that my fingers are crossed that it will actually be a boon to us. It will be helpful to us in the future. But right now, as it is, it's got a lot of cons to it, a lot of downsides to it. They're going to hurt people. But fingers crossed for the future. I'm hopeful at the very least. So that's it for this week, guys. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that this was helpful to you in some way. Let me know in the comment section, how are you feeling about this whole AI thing? Do you use it in any way, shape, or form right now? And do you see yourself in the future using it? What are some ways you think it could actually be helpful to you as an artist? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Like, share, subscribe, all the usual stuff. I hope you have a great week. I hope it's peaceful. I hope it's productive. And I will see you next week. Bye.